Alright, ladies and gentlemen, good evening. My name is Shane, this is Shane's Games, and tonight we are going to be playing Kingdoms of Amalur Reckoning. This is going to be the 10th part of our playthrough, our increasingly long playthrough, as we work all the way blind from the start of the game, maybe to the end of the game. It's looking like this game's a lot longer than I anticipated, so I'm not quite sure that I'm going to work all the way there, but we're going to keep trying. We're going to keep going for as long as I can. So for right now, let's jump right back into it. Although if you do want to check out any of the old parts, link to my YouTube's below. Everything that I do on the stream gets archived there, so please enjoy if that's your thing. Alright, so last time we had just gotten to the capital city of the Fae, and we were exploring around a bit, but before we get too far, first thing I want to do is respec. I want to go find the Fate Weaver, and then reset all my ability points, and go around and hit all the trainers that I can't because I'm at max level. Not the most exciting start to the stream, but I think it's going to pay big dividends later on, as long as we get that done. I believe the Fate Weaver was right up here. It doesn't show him as being up here now. Oh, but there is another side quest there. I didn't notice that before. Let's go get that first.
How strange. Dusk, you feel it, don't you? Anyone intimate with the ways of magic can detect the waning current. You're like me, your grace. You see the end. Is this how it happened at the House of Ballot? Did Hallam foresee this slow decay? I had a feeling he did.
The end of what?
Of the Gardens of Issa? Of the Summer Court? Why, this crystal war may be the end of all Fae. I know because I am Nomeron, master of the font, the wellspring of all Summer Court magic. I've seen it flow at its highest, but I've never seen it so dry. Something must be done before all this city withers into nothingness.
I mean, that's kind of like the main quest here, but sure. So let me help you specifically with this.
The font is the source of all Summer Court magic. It has flowed through this mountainside since our kind sprang up from the dirt. That flow has waned in recent days. It's unnatural, even as the magic in the world grows. The Fae, it seems, will wither.
Yeah, I'll help you.
The font's flow is controlled from the Lycian grove down below. We must open the root system and allow more water through. However, the magic that regulates this flow can only be used by some. It's protected by a ward known as the Waterlock. It can only be opened by one who carries drops from each of the 5 sacred pools surrounding Issa. Collect these drops, and you can break the Waterlock.
Wait, so all I need to do is to return the flow of magic, the actual literal flow of magic to the city, is to turn on a really complicated valve. Wow. Well, I guess I shouldn't be complaining, because it certainly isn't a big world-spanning quest. Nope, just turn the spigot.
Collect water from each of the 5 sacred pools, and then go to the Lycian grove. This is where the roots can be opened to regulate the font's flow.
Really complicated spigot.
Every season, one is chosen to attend the font's magical flow to act as ambassador. I'm the only Fae to have held the position more than once. I feel the strength of the colors. They wash through me. They rise up and overflow. However, their power weakens. Their cool waters recede. It has been located here for many of your generations, what we call seasons. Only in recent times has it been shaped to resemble one of your mortal cities. The Summer Court resides on the highest terrace, far above the rest of us, as it should be.
Gotta wonder, if it didn't look like a city before, what did it look like?
The sacred pools are the collection points for the font's yield. Together, they cradle the Gardens of Issa. Keep it safe, powerful and hidden. You will find 2 of the pools below in the gardens themselves. One near the Balanced Sanctuary, and one in the Court of Summer itself. It It is the source of summer court magic and touches our realm of origin, the land of Ashara. Without its constant flow, our kind would dry up like leaves and vanish. While wise and powerful, he's also brash and narrow. A sliver of light in a world so dark that most of us are blind. His inaction is no match for mortal ambition.
All right. Interesting. Looks like there's some stuff I haven't explored up here. I guess I just assumed that this was the top of the tower, but it looks like there's a whole bunch of stuff going on up here. Or at least there's that, which is the Season's Sanctuary. Let's see what's in here. Doesn't look like too much interesting, but may as well have a look. Oh, there's the Fate Weaver that I was looking for. Good thing I decided to stop in. Nice when things work out like that. Not a frequent thing, but occasionally it's nice. Right over this way. Alright, so let's see what we gotta do here. Let's save the game.
Yes?
Then,
Welcome to the gardens, mortal. But you have not come to visit the city, nor to speak with me. You are here on much graver errands.
it's true. Alright, see that would be a lot before, but now, man, I'm just rolling in money. Unbind Destiny. Yep. Alright, so now, go to find as many trainers as I can find. Maybe without my shoes. Should put something on right now, that's just embarrassing. Alright, so yeah, you keep my weapons on, I just sort of drop all of... Oh, that's why, it's because I'm not meeting the minimum requirements anymore now that all my points are gone. That's kind of funny. Well, that's okay, I can walk around in my pajamas for a little while.
Hey?
My dignity is not so great. Ooh, not gonna talk to him while my persuasion's in the crapper. I'll come back. Well, why am I respecking? Because I'm going to hit the beginner trainers in this city. Because before, a lot of my stats were too high to be able to hit them. So now I'm dropping my stats down as low as I can, so I can get the beginner trainers, and then I put all the points back.
Oh,
See what I'm saying?
By surprise. I'm not accustomed to mortals on the trellis. Please
That way,
enter.
because the more trainers I hit, the more points I have overall.
I am here to answer all questions regarding the House of Ballads and the House of Valor.
Alright, what training do you offer? Dispelling. I wouldn't mind getting some dispelling.
May good fortune follow.
Not something I'm specializing in, but man, it would be nice to have. Cool, cool. While I'm here,
You're always welcome.
I did have some
The ballads
questions.
belong to all in the telling, mortals and fae alike.
I don't think I've heard much about the House of Valor. What's up with that?
It was one of the fae's great houses until its leader was challenged and beaten, and the magic faded under the mortals' leadership. Now even the sanctuary here on the trellis is wilted and closed as a result of our great loss. Or perhaps it's a sign of something darker. It is meant exclusively for those close to the summer court, or the ambassador who wishes an audience with the High King. Our most honorable institutions reside on the trellis, including the House of Ballad Sanctuary and what was once the House of Valor Sanctuary. May good fortune follow.
So now we head out of here and we go looking for more trainers. Because I know there was at least a couple in this city that I found and I wasn't able to use initially. And I definitely like to be able to use them. Especially for things like blacksmithing and sagecrafting, the real big ones that I do want to focus on. If I can really get that drilled down. Or not, if I can get it so that my points are maxed out by the end of the game, I think it's going to make a real huge difference. It occurs to me, I might not have explored the whole city, because they were talking about the quarter where all the humans live, or the younger races they were saying. And I don't recall seeing that section, I don't think. Or no, maybe that was where the shops were in the back.
Surely you aren't their messenger. The ruler of the House of Ballad serves no one.
In what oh no, in what order should you enter?
Order? I care nothing for order. It is the others who insist on such foolishness and frippery. However, if you are the one who determines such things, may I ask that you place me behind the warlord Wenry? I enjoy watching her backside travel.
Amazing. How do you really feel? Or no, shoot, no, I'm not gonna do that while, oh, he's a trainer though. No, I'll see if I can get my, my talk stat back up, and then I'll see if I can convince him.
I am at your service, fleshy master.
Fleshy master. God damn it, no. He's a trainer, I can see. Son of a bitch. Don't tell me I have to finish that quest before I can, get him to train me.
How may I serve you, your eminence?
Son of a bitch. Yeah, I probably have to finish that quest. Oh my god, that's irritating. I really hope he wasn't the persuasion guy then, because that's going to be really frustrating. Oh, you know what? No. You know, let's screw this. I'm going to load my last game, then I'll finish that quest. Oh, that's irritating. Yeah, it looks like he's just not going to train me until I finish that quest. Oh, damn it.
Yes.
Alright, new plan. Finish the ambassador's quest with my my persuasion stat all the way up real nice. Then get him to talk to me. Oh, don't you just love multi-use NPCs? Fantastic. Alright, we'll see if we can't make this quick, if nothing else.
I am the great huntress Hartwan, and you are not allowed on the trellis. What brings you here, beautiful?
He was right about the ambassadors being jerks, though.
How quaint. Well, I am the most respected and most deserved to lead. Besides, I detest that harlot, Warlord Winry. So it is only right I meet the High King before her.
How do you really feel?
Not only must I be in front of Warlord Winry, but I must also lead Lord Setter, the old lecher. Serves him right for all his past leering.
Oh, jeez, I should get a pen or something. Alright, here we go. Start writing this down. So, let's see if we can keep track of this garbage. Hartwin wants to be in front of Winry. And I really need to keep a notepad next to the computer for this. Setter. Should have thought of that before. That would have been handy. Thanks for talking.
The was all mine, child of the dust. Goodbye.
Oh, right. I remember puzzles like this in math class.
What is it?
We gotta piece together all of the preferences, get the logic shaken out. Not like a real formal logic problem, but enough. Enough of one. Alright, that's one down. Let's get the other three. Might as well list it as an actual quest, since we're doing it now. Oh, the Indignitaries. I like that name a lot. Alright, where's the next closest one? The guy I was talking to before, of course. Guy who I was trying to get training from, and he wouldn't do it.
Watch your back.
Alright, that'll work. So let's try this again.
I await news from the Hall of Appointments, but surely you aren't their messenger. The ruler of the House of Ballads serves no one.
Alright, Viscount, in what order should you enter?
Order? I care nothing for order. It is the others who insist on such foolishness and frippery. However, if you are the one who determines such things, may I ask that you place me behind the warlord Wenery? I enjoy watching her backside travel.
How do you really feel?
It would be best if Coronet trails far behind Great Huntress Hartman. Once at each other's throats, those two are difficult to tear apart.
And Hartwin. He wants to be in front, or he wants to be behind Winery. Oh god, this is getting complicated already and only halfway through. Might want to look up the teachers, see where they all are. I might, but I'm trying to look up stuff in this game as little as possible.
Remember? Behind Lady Winery. Always a pleasure. I am at your service, fleshy master.
If I miss a couple trainers, then so be it. I'll just get to the ones that I can see on the map, and that'll be pretty good. Won't be the end of the world if I miss one or two, I don't think, but I'm just trying to get as many as I can, because I know where a whole bunch of them are that otherwise I might be missing. So I'll see if I can get them. Especially the ones in this city, but a couple from recently that I missed. I mentioned before the stream, but I'm kind of coming down with a cold, so my apologies if you hear me sniffling. I'm trying to keep it to a minimum.
They send the ruler of the House of Ballads to serve me? What form of unnatural mortal game is this?
Alright,
Why
this is
are you here?
Coronet. Let's see, what order should you enter?
Me? Well, my seniority dictates that I should be leading this procession, but my lame leg prevents me from taking my rightful place. I should bring up the rear. I will make it to Tartarean's throne, even if I have to crawl.
Alright, so he wants to be in back, but how do you really feel?
Great Huntress Hartwen should go first, leading us all. She's particularly like that. I would hate to anger her.
And he wants Hartwin to go first. Alright, thanks for talking.
Of course.
Alright, one more. And then we try to decipher the notes I have made for all this.
Please obey the edict.
Wait, should you just say please obey the edict?
Have you seen 4 Fane Rubens?
I do like it that the NPCs actually notice, oh hey, that flaming sword. Maybe you don't carry around a giant flaming sword. Thanks. Alright, that's 2 of the urns for that quest too. That's handy. And it looks like the last dignitary is right up here. Alright. Oh hey, another side quest in here too. Let's get that first.
If you're looking to drown your worries at the bottom of a bottle, this is the place for you. I'm Gertrude Asker, and this is my establishment. But if you're looking for the Victor's Brew, we don't sell that in Asker's Alley, and you'll have to take your business elsewhere.
Why don't you sell Victor's Brew?
It's the most popular drink in Amalur. At least it is now. My Asker's ale used to be the preferred beverage, but every day brings more cancelled orders. My brother and I are working on a new drink, but it requires something special. Wait a minute. Maybe you could help. If you do, I could see to it that the merchants in Issa treat you well.
Count me in.
So here's what we're thinking. Bring back our grandmother's favorite Asker's Draft, a classic. The recipe calls for bristletongue seeds. And if you're talking rare ingredients, bristletongue tops the list. It's worthless for potions, but tastes fabulous. The problem is that the Fae control the use of bristletongue, as it's a product of the Font's waters. Talk to Jackson, their apothecary. He can probably get it for us.
Where is Jackson?
He spends his time in the Lyceum Grove in the Understyle section of town. He's an odd duck, always crafting new tonics. Some advice? Don't drink any. The ambassadors requested that facilities be created where flesh and blood folks could put their feet up. Not that the Fae know what that means. So the All-Main approached my family about starting a tavern. The alley does well, but I'm no businessman. It's been in our family for 4 generations, since the days of Almir the Bold. Our grandmother entrusted us with the formula, and we made a fortune from it. But I'm afraid we've been replaced by a new drink. There's a brewery near Rathia.
Oh god, I still have that disease. Oops.
Very small, very secretive. But they've found their niche, that's for certain. Cheap and powerful. It's not a drink for the man who appreciates craftsmanship, tradition. It just helps the soldiers forget all they've been through.
Alright, see, this is something I never liked in fantasy games, is... So at this point, you know, I've become a hero to the Fae, and the king of the House of Ballads. Yet I go here and the guy's like, hey, I'm trying to make beer. Can you get me some ingredients for beer? There's no sense of dramatic progression.
The House of Ballads must have taught you courtly manners, but not enough to keep you from interrupting. What is it, Your Grace?
Alright, so last is Wenery. In what order should you enter?
I am not petty, but I have limits, as do we all. I know I should lead the formation because of my position, but other, more tender individuals will insist otherwise. Whatever you do, do not make me walk behind the High Fae Mage Goronet. How shall I put this? He has an odor.
Alright, so she wants to go in front of Goronet. And that's fine, I think. Does she not have a how do you really feel thing?
There is no more important nature than that which lusts for battle. Creation and destruction are sisters in the great cycle, both necessary to maintain the balance. I am the flame that blackens the dirt, the smoke that blocks the sun. My time in the Withering War was my finest hour, but those seasons are long past now.
The Withering War.
The Summer Court would not stand for the mortal ambitions of Own, King of the Winter Court. So we burned him, as we burn a dying forest in need of mercy.
You don't see the problem with just making beer? The problem is I'm the chosen one. I'm supposed to be saving all of the world, perhaps the universe, from certain destruction. And then the guy's like, hey, I'm sorry, I know you're busy, but, you know, my bar here that serves like 6 people needs a new drink. Can you just go into the forest and pick this herb for me? Thanks. I kind of feel like I should be doing more important things at this point in the game. Like, I don't know, fighting armies, defeating evil gods. You know, building up to these things. Alright, so... Now, let me see if I can figure out what the hell we want to do here. Alright, Hartwin wants to go first. I don't think anyone has any problem with that. And Goronet wants to go last. And I don't think any problem there's going to be any problem with that. So that leaves Hart and Let's see. What am I missing here? Oh, Heart and Setter, right? Or no, oh, my handwriting is impossible to read. Winery. Oh, I wrote these down by different names. Oh, they call themselves by different names. Oh, I should have been writing down full names, but I've got a Sharpie and a napkin over here, so I'm making do. Alright, so, let's see, Winery. Oh no, you wanted to put Gornet behind Heartwind. Shoot, well that was just a personal preference, not an actual thing. Or no, Gornet is behind Heartwind, that's fine. So I've got the first and I've got the last. I just need to kind of figure out how I want to do. I know it's not realistic, but it feels good to cool it with the dramatic fights and speeches. You know, I don't necessarily think there shouldn't be downtime. Don't get me wrong. What I'm saying is, you know, it should be in line with what my character would actually be doing. I'm not sure why my character in here would be saying, all right, sure, you know, that giant army almost literally battering down the gates. They can wait a little bit. That's fine. All right, so I think Winery is going to be second. Yeah, I think so. And then the Viscount third. Let's try that. Like, my thinking is just this. If you're going to be writing a story about saving the world, then, you know, maybe stick to that part.
Pretty. This is Aska's Alley, best tavern in Issa. Only tavern in Issa, of course, but you didn't know that, did you? If you're new in the city, I can help. I know everything. About the Understyle, the Embassy, the Scholia Arcana, you name it. I know it all.
Oh yeah, there's a whole bunch of this city I haven't been to yet. But more importantly, does she have a backpack? She's got a backpack! Sweet! Alright, now we're talking. Now we're getting somewhere.
Oh, that's a sinister spot, isn't it? Even the Fae take a few extra steps to walk clear of there. Don't trust anyone in robes.
That seems extreme.
We provide your basic public service. Ale, and if drinking isn't your thing, then you can always stop by the Hex's game and back.
Hex's game? The heck is that?
So you want to brush up on your bad luck, do you? That game will do it for you, all right. Speak with Kali in the back.
Interesting. I don't know what that's all about.
It's the Fae neighborhood on the other side of the city. There you'll find the Hall of Appointments and the Lyceum Grove. They don't mind if you go exploring in the Understyle, but I wouldn't suggest it unless you know your way around. The Fae can be easily offended. Bye
Like,
now.
here's what I'm thinking. It's not bad to be doing the low-key things, the kill 10 rats type quests. It's more just that, like, I'm not sure my guy's the one to be doing, or to keep him at the start of the game, maybe? Like, you could definitely support a story about somebody that isn't the big world-saving dude. And, them doing the normal everyday stuff. I'm okay with the idea of that, but, you know, having my character, do all of it just seems off to me. Where was the person they were saying to talk to about the Hexes game? Alright, here we go.
You look like one who enjoys a game of hexes. We mortals need something of our own here in Issa. Why can't it be gambling? If you don't know how, I can teach you.
Hexes? I'll play.
You had a look about you. Listen, all you need recall is these 6 cards here in my hand. Ace, deuce, 3, 4, 5, and the hex. First, you start with an ante. What'll it be?
Wait, what are the rules?
In my hand, there's an ace, deuce, 3, 4, 5, and a hex. 6 cards all mixed up. First round, you guess even or odd. If you're right on a hex or an ace, you take the pot and we're done. Right on any other, and it's on to the second hand. Hand number 2. I'll pull another card, guess if it's higher or lower than the first. Get it right, you win. Simple as that.
Actually, never mind. I'll just press
I'll
your luck
miss
guessing
you.
game.
And your money. Hexes and I will be here if you want to come back for a visit.
No,
Give me
I
back.
probably not. I am not much of a gambling man in real life or in video games. I don't like relying on luck if I don't have to. If I can rely on skill, that I much prefer, but when it comes to gambling, it is pretty much entirely luck. Like, some things are fun. Slot machines can be fun in a lizard brain type way, but it's like you can't actually expect to be making money off of them. Alright, let's try this out.
So, you're done. A right group of snakes, eh? So, any insight into how I should present them so as not to tug their writhing tails?
I may know the order.
It's good that someone does. Go on. Let's line up these backstabbing serpents.
Alright, first one should be Great Huntress Heartwind, I believe. Let me double check my notes. No, I don't see anything that would discount that, so Huntress Heartwind.
Yes, yes.
Then second should be, let's see, Setter is behind Winery. Yeah, so second will be Warlord Winery.
Of course. And then?
Then Viscount Setter the Allseer.
All right. Next?
And then Grand Fey Mage Goronet.
Yes, yes.
How'd I do?
Excellent. That's a perfect order for these fools. Saves me the trouble of talking to them. Thank you.
He's very gracious, but also very, very bitter.
Goodbye, Your Grace.
Alright, good. So let's make sure I can actually talk to that that one trainer over there now. The Viscount. And then before I try respecking again. Oh, he's on the move.
I am very pleased to see you again. Mortals, such fascinating things.
Alright, cool. Yeah, he'll train me now. But before I get too much into that, number one, I'm going to have to actually check out, see if I can find the... yeah, I want to check out all the other areas. Where is the understyle exactly? I'm not 100% certain. I may have been there already. We'll have to see. Take a look around. Alright, there's 3 of them, and there's a lore stone sitting right here. Once again, I probably walked past it half a dozen times.
Agreed to free the town. The people offered thanks, praise, and quietly she went her ways.
No, I didn't spec. I found out one of the trainers that I needed to talk to was also part of a quest that he wouldn't train me. So I reloaded my last save and I finished the quest. So now I'm gonna respec again. Or I'm gonna attempt to respec again, but first I wanna make sure I've explored this whole area real good. I wanna check out all the little side areas like the Scully Arcana. And see if there's any other like side quests or things that are gonna cause me trouble. And then once I'm confident I know my way around, then I'll respec again. All kinds of problems today. Hopefully that's not a sign of how things will go. Just some early rough patches, just getting warmed up. know I checked out the United Merchants delegation, so I'm not going to worry too much about that.
Hello.
But what is up over here? No, not that. Over here? Yeah. Oh, right. For some reason I thought that was a gate to another area, but I guess not.
This place is so good.
Alright, that right there is the Embassy Hall. The Detect Hidden Trainer, cool. Asker's Alley. I don't know what the Den of Night is yet. Trellis, I've been up there. Alchemy Trainer. Lyceum Grove, yeah, let's head over there.
Sometimes.
I suppose I should check the Den of Night while I'm over here too. If you're wondering why I'm still breaking boxes when it gives me almost nothing, the answer to that is simply that there's an achievement for breaking a whole ton of stuff.
Turn away, mortal. The Den of Night is meant for the impudent. Your entrance shall be denied.
What the heck is the Den of Night?
It is where the brazen and unrepentant are sent to consider their crimes. Must I point out that the Den of Night's occupants are almost always mortals. They are given time to reflect, and when they are ready, they may brave the beasts of the hollow to return to us here on the surface.
Yeah, what?
My own telling has brought me here to the Gardens of Isa, to act as one of its guardians and caretakers. I'll protect it from any threat, including you.
Jeez, dude.
Farewell.
Alright, so that's the prison, and he doesn't want me going in there. So I'll maybe come back there later. I'm gonna guess that means there's gonna be a quest in there later. So yeah, we'll come back in a bit. See what they want me to do when I get around to it. Eventually I'm gonna have to find somebody to cure this disease too. This is starting to get a little silly. Not that I don't mind silly. Because I do enjoy me some silly. But still. Alright, so here's the Lyceum Grove.
May the cycle keep you.
Oh, big glowy rock.
Perhaps a touch more star thistle. Welcome to the Lyceum Grove, where the majesty of the
Yes, I know,
font
I've
is
still got the disease.
glorified and regulated. I am Jackson, apprentice to the font master and steward of tinctures and elixirs.
I'm looking for Bristletongue.
Bristletongue, my, that would be something. A mockingbird, the font's only yield. Of course I will tell you where it is. What would be the fun in refusing? But before I do that, you need to offer me something. Isn't that how you mortals act? One deed for another? A steward of tinctures and elixirs, I often dabble in alchemy, especially with the water from the font. And I need you to drink this potion.
I'm sorry, he needs me to what? Just drink random potion. Oh god. See, in real life I'm sitting here going, this is a bad idea and will probably kill me, but it's a video game, so YOLO.
Good. I will know what this does to the mortal constitution.
Oh, jeez.
Go on, big gulps now. None of that sipping.
What the hell? Oh no. Hello? A splitting headache. As the darkness fades from your vision, you recall Jackson's last words. He mentioned something about the bristletongue growing in a garden high on the font. Unfortunately, your memory of his instructions blur as your head begins to pound. Oh, jeez. Drink it. I did. Mystery potion, you say? Sure! Sure. What could possibly go wrong? I like how he wasn't even coy about it. I don't know what this thing does. Could you just chug it down and then tell me? Wait. He's so blunt about it.
Your Grace.
Oh, I love it. That guy's fantastic. I like that guy. He's out of his goddamn mind. I appreciate that. That's how you do science, kids. Just keep drinking things until you figure out what they do. Amazing. Alright. So, says the plant should be up here somewhere. Oh, right here. Well, that wasn't hard at all. Looks like there's some waters up here I can grab. Kill two birds with one stone.
How nice.
Yep, right here. And that's the last one. Sweet. Alright, so it looks like a lot of the quests in this city are just within the city itself. It is a big city though, so that does make sense. It certainly saved me some time. I was worried that it was going to send me like 3 or 4 different areas, so I'd have to level lock everything in this part of the country, but if all it is within the city, that's pretty convenient actually.
You won't stay. No one else.
Alright, time to get the guy his booze making ingredients. Because that's how the king rolls.
You've got the seeds. Now we'll see if the Victor's Brew can stand up to a new challenger. I'll have a batch of Aska's draft ready before the week is out. Take this, friend. And like I promised, the merchants here will give you a discount. You've got a home here in the alley for as long as you like.
I think he's kind of doomed to failure because
Thanks
you
for the
can make
business.
quote-unquote good booze in like a week. Something's gone terribly wrong unless he's using some sort of bizarre fey magics. Although magic booze does have a nice ring to it. Alright. So the water lock should be down to the south. Let's go see what's going on with that. While we're in the area, anyway. Open the big giant magic spigot. The flow of magic has stopped to our noble lands. Please go turn the valve. 3 times clockwise, the other way I'll just turn it off, please not. Not a high king, but, you know, still a king of something. That's gotta count for something, right? You don't just call any schmuck a king. Oh my god, it's actually just a magic flow regulator. For all my jokes, really just a big valve. So silly. And yeah, it's just one house out of all of the Fae. That's not necessarily a huge deal. But you do get people. Try saying that to someone in power. No, thank you.
Don't bring your dark war here to Ethan.
My Dark War? Freaking NPCs, man. Alright. Yeah, kind of a king is still a big deal compared to not a king at all, I think. You got people in the game calling me your grace. Should count for something.
Show some respect.
Alright.
You've done well, child of the dust. Those below will never know what is really happening. But in the end, is this a part of the many seasons or the sudden tempest? Does hiding the rot not spoil the harvest, no? Take this. You're brave. Perhaps we will meet again. Farewell.
What did he give me? I didn't see a pop-up about it. Oh well. I'll see if down below if there's anywhere else I want to check out. And then maybe respec. Actually got to the mute button before I sneezed this time. I'm learning.
Yes?
Save everybody the horror of having to listen to me sneezing my headphones off my head. And by horror, I obviously mean amazing comedy. You know what I mean. Alright. So let's see. Embassy Hall, Asker's Alley, Den of Night, Lyceum Grove, Hall of Appointments, Scully Arcana. Alright, so I need to go to those ones to the south because I'm pretty sure I haven't stopped at either of those yet. So let's see what there is to do there. Scully Arcana, I imagine, is where I get started with the Mage's quest, so that'll be interesting if nothing else. And more side quests. Who doesn't love side quests? That's the Hall of Appointments. I don't think I have anything to do in here. Nah, nothing interesting for the moment. Just a couple of crafts workers. I'm sure I'll be back there to work on my sage crafting in a bit.
It is a glorious day.
But for right now, let's see where we're going. Oh, nice sigil on the door. Yep, Scully Arcana. Alright, ooh, a couple of side quests. Let's see what we got.
Damn quiet, damn fools. Ah, I'm sorry, friend, I didn't see you there. I'm afraid I'm a bit concerned.
What happened?
A few nights ago, I was the victim of an attempted robbery. Someone sought to steal a gem of mine from a chest I warded myself. That night, 3 initiates fled the chapter. Cassera, Aloran, and Bertrand. I suspect they were somehow involved. They could only have run into the She. Can you find them?
Yeah, I'll help you track down your thief, since you're not going to the city police for some reason.
Thank you. Find out what happened and I'll be grateful.
So where are they?
They must be in the She. Find them there.
Alright, tell me a little bit more about them.
You've got to find them. They're somewhere in the She, I'm sure of it. There's 3 of them. Cassera, Bertrand, and Aloran.
See, once again, these quests all make me suspicious because he's not telling me a lot of things, like what got stolen and what does he know about these people? Why would they want to take it?
I'm an experienced sagecrafter. My skills as a mage leave much to be desired, but no one knows stones like I do. Don't be a stranger!
Alright, and what do we got here next? This will probably be the one to join, I imagine.
Welcome to the Issa chapter house of the Scholia Arcana. How may I be of assistance?
What's the Scully Arcana?
We are an order of magic practitioners dedicated to the fostering of knowledge regarding all things mystical and arcane. While the heart of our power lies in Rathir, we keep an embassy here in Issa to maintain strong relations with the Fae.
I want to join.
Traditionally, our applicants undergo years of preparation, but we understand your circumstances are somewhat irregular. Ever since you entered the city, we've been watching you. After all, an endorsement from Niralim is not quickly dismissed. If it is your wish to join our order, you must first complete the trial of initiation.
Of course. Describe this trial.
It is a ritual that will better equip us to understand what place you might have among us. I will not lie. Some do not survive the ordeal. Of those who do, only a select few are chosen to become members of our order.
That was a lot of lines that doesn't actually describe the trial in any way, shape, or form. But I'll submit to the trial.
Then first I shall present you with this. It is the story of the Order's founding and a good primer for all who wish to join our ranks. Now I shall summon the circle of mages necessary to perform the ritual. Savant Engar will lead the trial.
Speak to him in the delving hall when you're ready to begin. It is not for me to divulge the details of the trial.
Naturally.
I can only advise that you do not take the risk lightly. We are a society of mages dedicated to the study of magic. Short of joining, the best way to learn about the Order is to read On the Founding of the Scholia Arcana. The Issa chapter is but a small branch of our larger Rathia chapter in the plains of Erethel. We focus more on researching the magics of the Fae and Dalentarth than pure instruction.
Joining the Mage Guild? Yep. Joining all the
Farewell.
guilds. Because all the guilds means all the side quests. And that is how I roll. Were it one of those games where I had to choose, like pick and choose who I'm gonna be hooking up with, then I would definitely be, I'd definitely be rolling with the Warriors Guild, since that is, that's what I'm doing. Is, rolling as a warrior, so that would make the most sense. But if I can join every faction, then I figure why not. Alright, so she said take it seriously, so I'll save. I don't know how much more seriously I can take it. Big spooky rock doors. I'm gonna assume that the trial involves monsters. If so, that's good. I'm good at fighting monsters. Well, you know, good. Hello? Oh, hey, there's another trainer in here. Good thing I waited.
Greetings. I have some ability with the art of
Oh, and she's a sagecrafter too, awesome.
Return when you wish to learn more.
Definitely good I waited. It says there's something up. Did I miss a guy up there? I must have. Oh no, it's because I got the it's because I got the wrong quest selected. Let's try that again. Yep, there we go. I can be a bit of a scatterbrain sometimes, but if you're still watching at this point, you're probably aware of that. Alright, very easy to spell? Yeah, I guess I could try that. Yeah, that was very easy. I'm down with that. Alright. Ooh, is that actually water? Oh yeah, there's a fish right there. That is awesome. Oh, I like this area. This is what all mages guilds should do. Big, stupid magic stuff.
Yes? Greetings. I will be the savant presiding over your trial of initiation. Traditionally, applicants have prepared for the challenges of this trial through years of study and training. But as Augur mentioned, we realize you are unique. Do you have any questions before we begin?
Yes, what can I expect?
The magic of the ritual confronts the applicant with his or her own potential. Consequently, no two experiences are the same. How this potential manifests varies. Whatever takes place is for the applicant only. Tradition dictates it's never spoken of.
How convenient.
And a final warning. While whatever shape the magic takes isn't real, not truly, what happens can have real consequences. Do not underestimate the danger.
Alright, well let's do it.
This is a fluid magic. The form it takes varies according to the power and nature of the ritual's focus. In this case, you. The goal is a simple one. Survive.
This guy's beard is
like
amazing.
every Scholia Arcana member before you, to join our ranks, you must first confront the specter of your potential. And be aware that I am watching. Now,
Mustache has a mind of its own. It's freaking me out.
Good luck.
freaking me right the heck out. Alright. Let's give this a try. Hello? Ooh. Getting started immediately.
There's a pile of corpses. Don't pay any attention to my ramblings, initiate. Those fair gods for the trial.
So this might be the cave from the beginning of the game. I don't remember it well enough to say for certain, but it could be. Yeah, no, this is the cave from the beginning of the game. That's interesting. And that's all crap. Alright, so... let's see, anything back over here? There's some mushrooms. Word of warning, dispelling is a good tool to have. Yeah, it is, but the thing is, like, I hate doing dispelling so much that I'm kind of going out of my way to not even do the dispel, so, you know, it's not like I'm not going to put points into it at all, but it's not going to be a focus of my attention to any degree, if that makes sense. It's sort of on my nice-to-have list, other than must-have. There we go. Jeez.
You seem to possess quite the capacity for violence. Intriguing.
I mean, I'm a protagonist in a fantasy game. What do you expect? Alright, let's head upstairs. Yeah, this is definitely where I started the game at it.
What is that?
Machine is blowing this guy's mind over here. Alright. So for some reason, the magic that brings out my potential has brought me right back to the cave at the start of the game.
The first phase of the trial is complete. Proceed further.
To see what lies beyond, he said.
Another cave. How interesting.
Sorry my trial bores you.
Ah, a waterfall. That's lovely. What?
What? I shouldn't know anything about Tuatha. I've never been there. Or no, this, oh no. This is the, is it? No, I don't think I've been in Tuatha. I'm horribly mistaken on something. That's unusual. Oh, all right. That they're familiar with them in terms of combat. Yeah, that would make a lot more sense.
Wrong. Ahead, I sense another's presence in the trial. Dissonance, growing.
That shouldn't be happening. Shouldn't be anybody else here, right? It's clearly a magic user. That's weird. Yeah, I was gonna say this didn't look like Tuatha. This looked like the city where I took on the Maid of Windmere. Alright, so who is in the trial with me?
Where am I? What is this place?
Who are you?
Dark Empyrean. I cannot remember. I cannot remember anything.
Well, that's weird.
And you? I smell death on you, child. Why have you summoned me here?
Summoned you? Why are you here?
I am
Nice.
the Dark Empyrean, and I will not be bound by you or those you serve.
Ah, shoot.
I could kill you now, but I have plans for those who watch from the shadows. Now be gone.
Ah, dang it. Whoa. Or no fighting right now. Whoa. Oh no, things went very wrong.
Such power. One moment we were linked, sustaining the magic of the trial, and then an arc of energy, the likes of which I have never seen, burst from you. 3 mages lay dead, and 2 have fled screaming. I know the trial is not meant to be shared, but what in Lyria's name happened?
Is the trial real?
A difficult question. The purpose of the spell is to confront the focus, in this case you, with a force representative of his or her potential. How it goes about this is, well, uncertain. The magic finds a way. So, I must ask, what happened in your trial? What did you encounter?
A woman masked in shadow. You can just say the Dark Empyrean. Just get to the point.
A woman? Masked in shadow?
No, don't give them too much to work with.
I will need to consult my books. Perhaps later we can discuss the details. For now, we have dead to bury, and missing mages to find. As for the formalities, you have proven yourself worthy in the trial of initiation.
I should think so.
In the name of the Scholia Arcana, I hereby confer unto you the title of Neophyte. Welcome to the Order. Come speak to me when you're ready to be of use.
Woo! What's my next assignment?
I am sending you to the ruin of Aeod, to the south. There, the element of fire thrives as though it has a life of its own. After your initiation trial, the magic in Aeod shifted. I believe this magic is tied to you, Initiate. Confronting it might yield some answers.
So presumably the Dark Empyrean's down there somewhere.
Followers of Rhaecor dwell within. They have quite the affinity for fire, as do other creatures found there. As for what may be causing the recent swelling in power emanating from the ruin, your guess is as good as mine.
Beer just reminds me of, what does it remind me of? Those little feeler things on like the front of a tarantula. The way they're shaped and the way they move when he talks.
Priests of Rhaecor have long sealed Aeod from entry, but we know it to be an ancient ruin.
Somebody tell me I'm not the only one seeing this.
Interested in the details, read Velfilian Carr's Aeod, the Mythos of Mayhem. I'm sure our library has a copy.
So ridiculous.
Somewhat self-destructive cultists who worship the arcane aspects of fire. They frequent places they believe blessed by Rhaecor, and do not welcome trespassers.
Alright.
Oh, right. You passed. Up until the point where all hell broke loose, you were even doing well. Not that we expected anything less. Good fortune.
So how much of the Mage's Trial have you, or Mage's, the Scholia Arcana Guild quest, I suppose, have you done, Al?
Welcome.
You sound familiar with it. Have you started it? Have you finished it? If so, I'm curious what your thoughts on it are. Did I open this thing? Open it again, I guess. Sweet. Double dipping. And there's another one over here, too. All of it got top rank. Nice. Did you like the quest? Good quest. Fun quest line, I should say. There we go. Slowly getting the hang of it. Yeah, in your last playthrough, I wouldn't imagine you've gotten this far quite so soon in your new playthrough. That would take a lot of time in the last couple weeks. And from what you told me, you've been pretty busy too. Alright. So, I think I've done everything there is to do in here right now. I'm still not sure what the understyle is, or if I've been there. I think it might be this area up north, but I'm not 100% sure. But either way, I think it's time to try that respec. And it's going to take a little while to get to all the trainers, but hopefully not too long. You liked it, and you're more of a mage player anyway. Alright. I did remember you were leaning towards mage, but hey, even mages can have boring storylines. You never know. Figured it didn't hurt to check. Alright, no, not up here. It's the other one, I think. Yeah, over here. All the way at the end should be the Fate Weaver. And then run around across the world, find all the trainers, get all my levels up, put all the points back once I'm done. Little bit of a hassle, but I think it'll be well worth it in the end. And then after that, ooh, we got all kinds of new areas to explore. I am excited. This should be an interesting session tonight. I'm really feeling that.
Yes? Welcome to the gardens, mortal. But you have not come to visit the city, nor to speak with me. You are here on
Give me
much
just a
braver
moment.
errands.
Thank goodness for mute buttons so you don't have to hear me blowing my nose all the time. That would suck. Alright, so let's try this again. Alright, Destiny Unbound, and I'm back in my pajamas. So now... Oh, she did have nice hair, didn't she? I do like the design of the Fae. I'm trying to find a word to describe their hair that isn't anime, but I'm not sure I'm going to get there. They do kind of have anime hair. Which is okay. I don't have a problem with that, and in fact it's kind of funny. But I think the only problem with the Fae designs is I don't feel like they have enough variety. Some of the Fae have looked pretty similar, especially in their facial features.
You took me by surprise. I am Lord Saramer, the High Lore Sage of Issa. I am here to answer all questions regarding the House of Ballads. May good fortune follow.
Alright. One down, a whole bunch to go. You like their design too?
Yes,
understandable. It's like if you ever played Guild Wars 2. The elf-like creatures in there are very plant-like, which aren't at all how the Fae are in this. Well, aren't necessarily how the Fae are. I kind of feel like a lot of their design implies a sort of plant-like aesthetic, but it doesn't come right out. and
Welcome to the trellis, Duskling.
doesn't come right
This
out
is a
and
sacred walk.
say it. It's
We
more
gaze
hinted at,
down
although
from
the
heaven
armor
upon the
definitely goes in that
ruin
direction.
mortals have wrought. Just look at the House of Valor, the crumpled husk of its former self. Is this the fate of all our kind? To be wrung in the hands of the mortal world, to wither and fade?
Yee.
Visit me again.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if only the important Fae have unique facial characteristics, but it's more than
My
that.
experience with you has convinced me that fell persons, while slightly stupid and aggravating, are not completely useless.
Oh, jeez. I think beyond just that, one of the problems is that I've heard some of the voice actors reused, and that's very noticeable.
Any news?
Train me. Sagecraft, excellent. So there's one of the important ones. So yeah, I completely understand the necessity of having to repeat voices, but
Welcome.
it really hurts immersion when it happens. So I wish they could avoid it a little more than it happens. Oh, there was the actual Fate Weaver I was trying to find before. It was a little out of position, but it worked out okay. I think as far as the voice acting and the facial features, it's sort of a sort of symbolic of a lot of things in this game. They had a lot of ambition, and they ended up coming a little short in some areas. Like the area design, like around here, this is gorgeous. Everything about this is fantastic. That's cool. But then you get to those faces, you get to some voices, and some of them are just straight up repeated. You never paid attention to that? I'm a little bit of a nerd for voice acting. I notice a little bit of it. I notice more of it than I probably should. And it's not just that they're similar. I wouldn't be surprised if in the actual recording studio they weren't even told that the characters were differentiated. The voice actors, I mean. They were just told to read it as they were. And again, that's not the end of the world. That happens with a lot of games. But, considering they have all this voice acting, it's, it's kind of a catch-22. It's like they didn't... What else were they going to do but have those voices the same?
Perhaps
There's
we
only
must
so many people they can
finally
hire.
swallow our dignity and draw our swords. Quiet. We must not discuss this further in the open.
Another side quest. Oh, you think it could have been a great game if they had more money or time? I agree. I think they're on the path to something here, and it's disappointing they had to cut things short.
You must be the special messenger Tatarian's expecting. Trust me, the rest of us have heard plenty about it. Erwin can't keep his big mouth shut. I am Methani Keen, Dokalfar ambassador to the Summer Court Fae. I'm sorry. This is a difficult position sometimes.
Why is that?
Something is about to happen, and it must be stopped. But that is all I can say. This is neither the time nor the place. If you're interested in hearing my story, meet me in the worship circle after dark, near the gates. I will wait for you there.
Just tell me what's happening.
This is not the place. I will meet you in the time and place I specified. Goodbye.
Now, it should be specified, for all we're talking about money, that this was not an indie game. They had, from what I understand, they had somewhere in the neighborhood of $100 million for their budget. This was a big budget game, but I wouldn't, I'm speculating pretty hard here, I should specify that, but I feel like they weren't very efficient with their time and resources.
This is the Varani wing of the embassy, and few venture here without being summoned. I'm Ambassador Advar, he who bloodies the waters.
It's a cool title. Can I buy a title?
The Varani allow the purchase of several titles for use in the gardens of Issa. They are rare and should be worn with great respect.
Bitchin'. Blood Doge. That's too good. I don't know which one I want yet. I'll come back.
Your business is your own, as is mine.
I might have to come back and get one of those. But for now, the training. Detect hidden, I definitely want that.
Stay out of my way.
Alright. Good there.
I don't recognize you. New in Isa?
I think that was the only trainer in here too, right? Yep. Alright. Now I mentioned this in the earlier episodes, but it's my understanding as well that this was meant to be not even, aside from what they put into the game itself, what my understanding is this was intended to be a proof of concept for an actual Kingdoms of Amalur MMO. And of course, this game's MMO is hell, so that makes sense.
The best way to keep busy is to learn a useful trade.
Blacksmithing, perfect.
Goodbye.
And I'm not sure how much I would have liked this game as a for realsies MMO. Because while it's certainly got all the trappings of an MMO, I think the big problem is a lot of them aren't tremendously innovative. Yeah, it's you look at all the side quests and you look at the training system and all the skill stuff and it just snaps into place. Oh, MMO, right. But I'm not sure if it's different enough from the other MMOs on the market. And the combat system, combat in MMOs is tricky to do because everyone always says, oh, why don't you just do real-time combat? Why do you do that sort of hit scan type thing that you see in stuff like, well, not hit scan, the skill and weight system you see in like World of Warcraft. And the reason is because of ping. When you've got several dozen players in the same place and they get into a bit of a scuffle, that can cause some real lag. And nobody wants that bad experience. Nobody wants to experience that lag. So they usually do systems like the system in World of Warcraft, where you have skills on big cooldowns and then you wait a little bit. And the reason, and that helps minimize the effects of lag. So even if it's there, you don't necessarily notice as much as you would have if you've got real-time Twitch combat, like you see in this game as a single-player game. So I'm not sure if they would have been able to recreate the combat system one-on-one.
Should you wish, I can offer you a chance to improve your abilities with sage crafting.
Wait, W-A-I-T, as in you use a skill, you've got a bank of skills, and then they've all got cooldowns. So when you get into a fight, it's generally casting your skills, and then waiting for them to come off cooldown in the right order. I don't remember if there's a actual.
Never stop practicing.
I don't remember if there's an actual name for the term. But yeah, it's that kind of system of cast your skills, wait for the cooldown, cast your skills, wait for the cooldown. It's not bad in and of itself. I'm not saying it's objectively bad, but a lot of people, when I hear them talk about MMOs, they say, "Oh, I wish I wish it could be more real time," and that's understandable. I wish they did too, but it'd be difficult. Now, I have seen MMOs with real-time combat. I played one in beta called Terra, I believe it was, that had real-time combat. It was actually pretty nice. But again, you did notice lag sometimes. It wasn't frequent, but whenever there was lag, it was impossible not to see. And that's a problem because, the general rule with technology is that no one remembers when everything's working right. But if even for a moment something goes wrong, that's going to stick in people's memories for quite some time. Especially when it comes to games like that where you've got the PvP, competitive PvP. People absolutely need really low latency. Otherwise, just fury and rage.
You're a long way from Felltown.
And again, I can kind of understand that because nobody wants to lose a fight because of lag. If you've got that competitive aspect, You want your wins and you want your losses to become completely due to your own skill. That's understandable. That's fair. So you've kind of got this catch-22. Now, in some ways, it's a problem that you see repeating throughout history. I mean, you say, well, you know, lag hurts Twitch gameplay, sure. But then you remember how old Doom is, you remember how old Quake is, and there were networked versions of that in what was essentially the ancient dial-up internet. And you say, well, how did they pull that off? Well, it's sort of a chicken and the egg problem. There were some cheats as far as network latency was concerned, and a lot of it was relying on you doing it over a LAN and not truly over the internet. But one of the things is just that you wouldn't get servers with the hundreds and hundreds of players you see on a lot of more modern servers. So they didn't have to worry quite as much about you know, lag, just because they could survive without you know, they didn't have as much of a weight put upon their servers from all the people on there, so they could get away with it a little bit. Was I scratching my beard? No, not right there. I got hands on the keyboard and mouse the whole time. Why, are you hearing a little noise in the background? I would almost think the first place my brain goes to is maybe that was just my one of my weird thinking noises. When my brain shuts down, goes into a little loading loop, I get the little spinning circle in my brain.
Now come, fellow traveler.
Alright, did I get training from her? No, I did not. Oh, no, I already did. Yeah, that's why the training button goes. Alright, if you're still getting any audio feedback, let me know. Or if it was just momentary. Hopefully it won't come back, whatever it was.
I have spent my years in Dalentarth learning to imitate the ways of
Alright, so last time I came through here, I said I don't really care about stealth. And that still holds true. I don't really care about stealth so much. But now that I've got the money, you know, I may as well get as many trainers as I can.
Hello, hello.
She really does. I like the outfit. And see there, you know, she's not a quest important NPC, but she gets a pretty unique outfit. I'm not 100% sure why they'd spend the time, money, and effort on her outfit, but not necessarily some other NPC outfits. And I'm not sure they had necessarily a lot of rhyme or reason for it. And maybe because it's earlier in the game, maybe they just had the time right there to take care of it. It's impossible to say. We could guess all day long, but we won't know for sure. I'm sure somebody knows, but like I said, no use speculating too much. Alright, so I'm just going to hit some of the... Oh, the redhead? Well, she wasn't quest important either. Alright, so I'm going to hit some of the older towns to just make sure I did get every training before Isa. Just so I don't have to do this ever again, really. Salvage, I know you're running high. Alright, now I got him. Let me finish this off first, because honestly, I am not feeling good running around without my sweet-ass armor. That is making me all kinds of weirded out. So I want to finish this off, get my sweet spec back on again, and then I'll feel comfortable doing stuff one more time. Alright, I know I got the training in the House of Ballads. I think I got the training in Shield Ring. I'm going to check that out. Yeah, House of Ballads, the only training was the Persuasion. And I know I got that because Persuasion is something I wanted to do real early on. That may have actually been one of the first trainers I actually went to. Because I really do like getting those dialogue options in this game. I think I have either at this point failed no skill checks or only one skill check. And that is nice. I want to keep that trend going as long as I can. Because that's one of the things I really love about these games is seeing, you know, when I have the option to talk my way out of a situation, what happens? You know, how does that change events? And it hasn't been anything really epic so far, but it's been exactly what it should be, which is when I tried to convince someone of something, I was able to. Actually, my character actually did convince them of a thing I was trying to convince them of. You know, that's good. That's exactly what it should be. Alright, I think I'm good. I feel like I hit every trainer that I've seen. So let's see how I'm looking right now. Skills. Well, shoot, I clearly missed a couple. Unless they're not before Issa. Some dialogue choices are based on specific skills. Right, I did see one dialogue choice that was based on my dispelling. And that took me by surprise at the time. But that was a cool addition, cool way to change things. So, if I'm supposed to have seen every trainer by now, then I'm missing 2 lockpick, 1 mercantile, and 1 alchemy. So I'm going to save real quick, and then, yeah, I will actually look up, see if I can find the location of those, if you will bear with me for a moment. Let me see if I can find where the rest of those trainers are. Because once again, I don't want to have to go through all of this again if I can avoid it. Let me get the trainer thing out of the way right now. And then I can just say, well, now all of the, now everything, now some trainers are in Rathir and Chintzy, but are those the basic trainers, the early level ones? Because that's all I'm looking for right now is the basic trainers. The rest I'll find as I find, but no, there are. Yeah, no, there are more basic trainers. Damn it! No, you're right. There's a few still up ahead in the game. That is irritating. Yeah, I haven't seen either of the lockpicking trainers yet. That's stupid. Well, so much for being able to get it all done in one go then. Oh, it doesn't matter. I need to start spending my points. So let's go ahead and put everything back. So let's see. Blacksmithing. Oh, so what is the level that I don't want to hit now? Let me check that as well. Alright, so level 2 trainers are between 4 and 6. So I don't really want to go above 5 in some skills if I can help it. Alright, so blacksmithing, detect hidden, persuasion, sagecraft, mercantile. Whew, still got a lot of points available. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Dang, yeah, but I don't want to spend too much points anywhere else. That is irritating. Well, I think I can still afford to put a couple points in lockpicking if I really wanted to. Yeah, that's up to 3. I'd rather not. That seems like a giant waste. I'll put 1 more in alchemy. No, I don't even use alchemy. Yeah, I've basically put points in everything that I actually use. Alright, I hate dispelling, so may as well level up. Oh, dark sigils removed. Sweet, alright. Yeah, dispelling, good choice. And then, what the hell, I'll put one in lockpicking. Why not? And now we pour points into here. Alright, see if I can remember where everything goes. Got all that. Got that. Alright. Aftershock, that's always nice. Oh, Adrenaline Surge and Power Strike, there we go. Seem to remember Power Strike being good. Was that the one I'm thinking of? Oh, see, now I gotta remember everything. Where did I put everything? Oh no, I was thinking of Battle Frenzy. Alright. Relentless Assault, I'll max that. Battle Frenzy, I'll max that. Still got a decent amount of points, that's nice. Vengeance, I like that. Concussive Force, I like that. Bloodlust. Let's see. I like that Battle Frenzy. Well, Relentless Assault is... Alright, yeah, I do like that too. Sweet. Alright, I'm happy with that spec for right now. And then Tier 4 Warrior. And we are back where we were, except for armor. Let's get all that back on. Azurite Curious. Azurite Gauntlets. Greaves of the Hardy. I think that was where I was going. And the House of Ballads Shield. And some of this I'm just going to add to my junk because it's obviously crap. And then the rest I will see about breaking down, I think. Oh, it is good to be back. And also, let's go to here and put this as active again. Because I want to keep that active, pretty much. Yeah, salvage the rest. I am going. Back to my favorite crafting place in Didenhall.
How are you?
And let's break some of this down. I don't think just yet I'm going to be able to make anything spectacular with my blacksmithing, but still, getting those supplies for when I am ready for that is always nice.
Hello.
And while I'm here, I can hit the gem crafting station, see if I can upgrade some of my gems as well. Alright, salvage. Get all of this salvage. See, that one's very close to the shield I had. Shield I got right now, just without the special effects. I don't think I'll ever use it, though. And an Azurite guard, that is nice to have. Do like having all of that, I like having the options when it comes down to it. Options are good. Alright, salvage. See, is there anything I need to sell while I'm here, too? Nope, I'm happy with that. Accessories, do I want to get rid of any of this? Oh, let's see, I kind of like all of that, of course, naturally. Ring of Fire Hindrance is going to be good up ahead, I suspect, because they said there's some fire guys coming up. Scholar's Signet I can probably get rid of. Ooh, Neophyte's Ring. That'd be really nice if I was a mage, but I don't think I care so much otherwise. Alright, I bet I've got some items in here I can get rid of, actually, now that I'm thinking about it. Oh, gems. Need to do the gems as well. And, oh, right, those treasures. Yeah, I need to sell those, too. I completely forgot about that. Of course. Of course. Alright, Alright, history of the Scholia Arcana. I did mean to read that. And so it came to pass that in the years of strife, when the tyrant Queen Sedanis had sown the field of Arethel thigh deep with blood, 3 unlikely souls found the way out of the dark. The first was a man named Eladin Bloodgood, a Varani shaper. He came to Arethel from far to the north, searching the world for the knowledge of stone. After refusing to build a temple in Sedanis' name, he was cast into prison. The second was a gnome named Maris Torix, a gifted Gnosticant. He had long ago left the safety and comfort of his libraries to travel the world, to learn of things with his own eyes. For teaching a doctrine different from the unquestioning worship of Sedanis and her regime, he too was cast into prison. The third was born deep within the dungeons of Rathir, a young Alfar girl named Eleanor Bray, who grew to maturity blinded by the darkness that was her only home. Upon Eleanor Bray's ascendance to adulthood deep within the dark of Sedanis' prisons, the gift of elemental magics came to her. In fury, the girl burned the dungeon to the ground. Guided by Masters Torix and Bloodgood, she learned to wield her gift, and together the 3 of them dared to fight against the tyrant queen. Word spread quickly of a new group of masters, mages, and artisans who would teach any willing to learn. In time, others courageous enough to challenge Sedanis' might came forward, and what had started with a resistance of 3 quickly became 10, then 100, then 1,000. Terrible battles of magic were waged. Thousands perished, entire cities were scoured from the faces of the world, and untold horrors were birthed as each side tried desperately to craft the means of their victory. Ciara Sedanis sought the destruction of their enemies by any method. No sacrifice was too great, no atrocity too horrid. The darkest and the foulest of arts were pursued, and the cost to the populace was unrivaled by that in anyone's memory. But the light of the 3 refused to be extinguished. The strength of Master Bloodgood, his wisdom and his skill, set the form and foundation of their hope. The brilliance of Master Torix, his knowledge and his insight, unlocked the chains of their bondage. And the passion of Mistress Bray, her spirit and her fury, lit the way to freedom. What none could do alone, these 3 achieved together. After 7 years of rebellion, they defeated Sedanis high upon the heights of the spire of Rathir. Different paths led each into the chains of slavery, but it was there that each other found strength, and together found their freedom. And so it was that the Scholia Arcana came to be. Cool. Happy with that. It's an interesting little story. Alright. Selling time. Let's see how
If you know which end to hold, I've got
much we can clean out this backpack. Alright. Scroll down through all this stuff that I'm probably not going to use anyway. And alright, the treasures. Let's go ahead and sell all those. A little bit of money, nothing great, but a little bit. Scroll past all my even more crafting materials, a lot of which I'm probably not even going to use. Sell that Scholia Arcana book. And I think I'm good for right now.
So long.
Got nearly 30 slots available. Sorry about that. I had to sneeze, muted myself real quick. The weapons and accessories I don't use, but I might want to use them later. I'm actually thinking of stopping back in my house and dropping off a few things just to clear out a few more slots. Alright, not as many weaker gems as I'd hoped. That'll do. Yeah, as a matter of fact, you know, since I'm doing so much busy work right now, let's do that. Let me stop back at my house and I will drop off a shitload of stuff. And that will clear the ever-loving fuck out of my backpack. Was it Holmstead, I think? I want to say the house is in Holmstead. I thought there was supposed to be more than one house in the game. Maybe I just haven't found the rest of them yet. Alright, Holmstead? No, not Holmstead. You thought I forgot. No, I just didn't want to go back there unless I had a really good reason, and it's always like, well, I've got all these quests. I just want to go do all these quests because the quests are fun, and sorting through inventory is not fun. All right. All right, I'm gonna hang on to the Jotun's war beads, because that seems like a nice thing to have around. And I can't put the Maiden's Ring in there for some reason. And I'll keep the St. Hadwin's beads, because that's another oh shit thing that seems like it'd be nice to have around. Alright, then I want to drop off these, because they might be, I feel like they might be for a storyline quest. Or I just can't. No, I guess I gotta add them to junk if I want to get rid of them, and I don't quite want to do that just yet. Yeah, same with the King's Token, that's unfortunate. Still, alright, what do I have in there? Mostly crap. Still, that is good. I'm in a good place, inventory-wise, better than I have been in quite some time. So let's celebrate by actually... Oops, no, don't do that. Let's celebrate by doing some quests. Real quests. Actual quests that involve going out and doing shit. But what quests do we do? Alright, so those are the storyline quests, but both of them require me to go to a new area, so I don't want to jump into that just yet. So I've been here, so I'm not sure why it tells me to explore it. I guess I'm going to explore it again. I don't remember why I was here, but I feel like I was here. It's kind of been blown up. Not in the best of shape. Whoa! Oh good. My favorite. Ow. Nope, take it out the range, get it first. No, this is the second fight I've gotten in today. It's been a slow stream so far, and I apologize about that. It's been productive, but not productive in an interesting way. Traps. Yeah, not in an exciting kind of productive, just a doing your taxes early kind of productive. You know what I'm saying? So for that, I am sorry. But we're going places now. Excuse me, I had to sneeze again there. It is very nice having that mute button right by my headset. I don't know what I'd do without that. I should be getting super awkward by now. Oh god, I never got my disease cured. I still didn't see a diseased person anywhere in, Hello? Oh, it's one of the priest guys. Good thing you didn't notice me. No, I didn't see anywhere in the entire Fey area. I didn't see a healer that could take care of my disease. That's weird. So either I missed an area or there just isn't one there. Very weird. Either way, after I finish this quest, I'll have to go over and get that taken care of. I mean, the second I get it taken care of, inevitably, I'll get another one, but still, gotta do what you gotta do. Healer in, yeah, I know there is one there. I just kind of assumed with as big as, Issa was, there'd have to be one there, right? So that's why I wasn't even looking for one too hard as well. Whenever I run into one in Issa, I'll still get it taken care of. But that never happened. That's really strange to me. And all it's making me think is, did I miss an area? Is that Understyle actually some area I didn't find? Also, for a second, I thought you'd type there's a healer in Gogurt. Because I read things very quickly sometimes and I get things wrong, and that's very funny to me. That's the kind of nerd I am. I want to go back there to the area with all the monsters and fight them to get that nice treasure. Hoping I could hook that flame champion right away. Ow. Bitch. Of course, the camera not helping things here. Alright, not pretty, but got the job done. Alright, it's almost getting to the point where I think I want to sell all of my minor potions. Because I'm starting to get a lot of greater potions. And it's not like I use potions much anyway. So I feel like it might be worth my while to just say, screw it, let's face facts. Clear out the inventory even more. Alright. Really want to get that flame chamber first. Ow. Messing me up here. Ow. They're really good at adjusting their inventory. Dark Souls is just not. I think that thunder sound that I keep hearing. I thought it was critical hits, but that doesn't look like it either. I'm not sure why sometimes I just hear that sweet thunder noise. Continuing on though. Oop, oop. So many traps. So many traps. Hopefully I don't have to come back through here because I'm not triggering all of them. That would not be fun if I go back through and manage to hit the rest of them. I mean, to be fair, the traps aren't causing me too much trouble. But I just know at some point I'm going to forget about them enough that it's going to get real dangerous. Alright, so now my dispelling skill is 5, so let's see how... Ooh, auto attempt is 90% chance. Well, this is a very easy, so I won't try it on here. Alright. But, just out of curiosity, let's try auto attempt. Alright, fair enough. Yeah, if I can auto attempt more of those, that'd be nice. Save me from having to do that stupid minigame. Still do not care for it. Especially after that time it killed me. Like twice. Ooh, this one's a hard. I'm just gonna leave that one alone. Well, I suppose I should try it just for posterity's sake. Just to see what it's like. See how it goes. Nope. So I can just try again now. Ow. There we go. So I get 2 tries, it looks like. Oh, I don't care for those still. Nope. I'm gonna leave the other one alone. Don't care. Alright, which way was I going? This way. Pretty big dungeon. I don't actually remember all of it, but it looks like I have been in here. Go figure. Whoops. I'm like, huh. Oh, there doesn't seem to be any traps on this one. Of course, it's because there's monsters on this one. Whoop. That was close. Whew. Come on. I see those traps. He must have triggered the traps already, and that's why they're inactive. I like that. That's a cute little detail. Good evening to you too, Drevkar, and that is a good idea. I didn't even realize that's what I picked up. No, that is nowhere near as good as what I've got. The health and mana is really nice, but I want to straight up be doing more damage. You're a hoarder. You just pick it up without checking what you picked up. Well, sure. It's what's more important is to have the things, not necessarily to use the things. It's priorities, man. But hello, Drev. How are you doing this evening? Ow. Frickin' mages. Can't stand them. Right to the face. Oh, and he dodges. Son of a bitch. No, you're going down. Ah, he dodges again. I got him now. Maybe, as long as his buddy doesn't distract me too much. Alright. There we go. Hate it when they dodge the hook. Hate it when anything dodges the hook. But wizards in particular seem to have a real knack for getting out of the way of that. Burning grass. Ooh. That one I'll check out immediately. And it's terrible. I mean, that's a nice, it's sorcery too. It doesn't really matter. I couldn't use it. Yeah, these freaking wizards. Just teleporting out of my, range. Oh, he had a book on him. Let's check out that book. Teleporting enemies in pretty much any game are always going to get me very salty. It begins as it ends, in flame. This is the primary tenet. That which burns must burn. From fire all things came, and to fire all things must return. This is what it means to serve the sun. He has gifted us all with the spark, to incandesce, to be consumed, to be irretrievably bound within the present passion, to know without equivocation the clarity of hatred, to be lost without salvation to the ecstasy of grief. From fire all things came, and to fire all things must return. Jubilate with me, my brothers, that the end is nigh. What a nice little philosophy. These guys seem so quaint. They're annoying if you use Relentless Assault. Their spells can't knock you back then. It's true. It's not the knockback so much that's bothering me as the teleporting out of my range. Or the teleporting out of my, my sweet grab move. I just want him to sit still while I wail on him. Is that really so much to ask? I didn't even see the Barghest there. As he wanders right into my swinging blade. Thank you, Barghest. Making my job easier. Nice. This fight went well. Don't you just see that's what I'm looking for? Not so much the not the teleporting out of it, running into my sword. Everybody run into the sword. Alright, level up. Where to put that point? Jeez, I don't know. I guess I'll put one in alchemy? Sure, why not? Alright, 3 points available here. Sweet. Well, 3 points of stone skin, I think. Yeah, I like that. And then we stick on Warrior Tier 4. Run to your death! I am saving that as my new battle cry. Because that is an amazing battle cry. Don't even tell me otherwise. It's fantastic. It's beautiful. Look at all these traps being defeated by my cunning, my guile, and my just running in the same direction. Still no war cry. Nope, but I am really happy with my build. Yeah, I keep Battle Frenzy on at all times. That's that little gray part in my bar up there. Because I really don't use magic for a ton else, so I feel pretty comfortable just keeping it for that. Alright, since it looks like there's probably something bad up ahead, let's go ahead and hit these altars. And then let's see what kind of bad... Ooh, he looks like a badass.
I hoped you would come. After all, I owe you so much. How can I repay you for what you've done? There was a time when kings begged me to read their fortunes.
Damn.
Shall I read yours?
Those eyes. Who the heck are you?
I have so many names, but I am not the subject of this conversation. Do you wish your fortune read or not?
You are incorrect, Dravikar. Battle Frenzy is not a passive, it's a constantly on effect. I do have to trigger it and then keep it on, and that uses 30% of my mana. But it doesn't automatically trigger unless I go into, unless I use the ability. You're close! You're close! Alright, go ahead and try.
Interesting. It appears as though you have no future. Does this mean your death is nigh?
She's got such an amazing villain voice.
I've crafted what I need, and I'm done with this woman's body.
Uh-oh.
Right now, she's trying to tell you to kill me. Perhaps you would like to oblige her?
Sure. Knock her down. That went well. All our minions disappeared. That doesn't count as an activate. Well, I mean, I could turn it off, I guess. It's something. Huh, little treasure chest right there. If I want to be pedantic, let me be pedantic. What's the harm? Alright, I think that's everything in this room. Yeah, cool. That was interesting. So was that the Dark Empyrean from before, incarnated? Guess we'll find out soon enough. As there is still more temple, I figured that'd be the end. So I'm just on the way out now. Auto attack. Nice. Al, you asked if I could harvest traps. And I think I'm supposed to be able to, but I haven't really played around with it. Because in general, I don't want to be getting near traps, but I guess I should be looking into that, especially in an area that's as thick as with traps as this one is. I know before I was a little confused when I saw one of those tripwire traps, and I was trying to figure out how to harvest it, and it didn't look like I could, but I think those little magical explosion traps are maybe more in line with what the game expects me to harvest. Alright, and now back to Issa. Alright. Really is a nice little city. Nice coming back here to do some business. Hey, what are you doing outside?
It was Nuala Ignis who stirred the magics of Aod. At least now we may restore the balance of the ruin before the rest of Dalentarth is engulfed in flames. What is this? You caught her crafting this, you say? Remarkable. Just utterly remarkable.
She was possessed. That's a really important detail to pass along. I would have led with that, but if you wanted to use it now, that's fine too.
That might explain her behavior. Breaching the seals of Aod should have been far beyond her capacity. Not to mention whatever this is, I have never seen the like. It is as if the element of fire were given physical form. You have done well. I have another assignment for you when you are ready. In the meantime, I shall be studying this sunstone.
Okie dokie. What's my next assignment?
Adept Fell recently began investigating some disappearances in Melaglia. I haven't heard from her in some time. I want you to go to Melaglia in the plains of Erethel. A member of our order will meet you on your way there to give more information. Do not keep your contact waiting. And when you've sorted the business with Lerkara out, meet me at the Rathir chapter house.
That mustache?
North and east, across the plains of Erethel to the village of Mel Aglir. I will be setting out for Rathir shortly, so when you are finished in Mel Aglir, meet me at the chapter house there.
Alright.
Where did I
What
put
to
my
do
quill?
next? I don't want to go to a new area just yet, I don't think. So let's see what else we've got. I believe that one, both of those are way, way out of the way, right? Yeah, that one's way over there. And this one is not quite as far, but still way out of the way from what I've done so far. So what else have we got? This one is not showing where, unless it's way out there somewhere. No, it's probably just not showing up correctly. Well, that's handy. How do you feel considering you let loose an old and powerful evil? I'm feeling pretty good. I mean, it was an accident. They'll understand, right? Hey guys, I let an ancient evil loose, but listen, it was totally an accident. So you know, we're cool, right? We're cool. You're okay with me unleashing the ancient evil? You know, I'm pretty sure it'll work itself out. I'm thinking this whole ancient evil thing won't even turn out to be that big of a deal. I mean, you know, she's been sleeping for thousands of years. She's probably going to take at least a couple hundred to wake back up, right, guys?
Yes?
I'm not sure this plan's going to work. Me unleash ancient powerful evils? No. That doesn't sound like a thing I'd do, right?
Good. You've come. I'm sorry to make you wait like this, but what I mean to discuss is very sensitive. It involves treachery.
That lip ring is really distracting. What's going on?
Despite the calm you see around you, the gardens of Issa are on the brink of war, and the question is, which one will it be? There are plans being made to siege this city. The Varani are displeased with the Court of Summer's lack of support for their people, and they wish to overthrow Tartarian and force the remaining Fae to fight. We can prevent this, but we must act now. If saving your people isn't enough, we can pay you as a reward.
I do like money. Tell me more.
The Varani cannot stomach Tartarian's neutrality. They believe that his Fae subjects could be convinced to march with us on the battlefield. I believe this as well, but I would never resort violence. The Varani wish to turn Issa into a military camp. We cannot let that happen. It will ruin all our people have achieved here.
I want to help.
Of course, it is the right thing to do. The leader of the plot is the Varani ambassador, Kierna Brenner. Every night, the ambassador strolls Memory Walk, alone. She carries a pair of daggers. Take them. Afterwards, dispose of them. Destroy them. Salvage them. I don't care. Return to me when it is done.
Ooh, I'm not great at subterfuge, but
She
We'll see what I
spends
can
most
do.
of her time in the embassy, but in the evenings, she enjoys a leisurely stroll through Memory Walk. Try there after dark. She is no politician. She is a warlord, and a cruel one. I've heard stories that would make your heart brittle. She was sent here for one reason alone, to bring down Issa. The Varani communicate secretly using weapons. They engrave codes into the blades of daggers and swords, and that way, they can get them through a typical search. We believe this particular pair of daggers describes the defenses of Issa, where it's strong and where it's weak. The Varani are plotting, and they will act.
It is a really weird system of communication. But alright. As with a lot of these quests, that seems a little bit suspicious, but hey, who am I to judge?
If you need to worship, there's a prayer circle near the
Kill Ambassador Brenner? I didn't agree to that. I thought I just agreed to take the daggers. I was just gonna loot her. Well, maybe I can use persuasion to persuade her not to make me kill her?
Hello, child.
I don't know, that seems pretty crazy town. She never explicitly said murder. I feel cheated here. She said take the daggers. I was just gonna take the daggers.
What do you want? Do you have business with the Varani in the Gardens of Issa? If so, then you must speak with me, Kierna Brenner.
No, I'm not gonna tell her about it. That's terrible.
This is not a life I chose, here in this fetid swamp of a city. I was raised on the sea, an adventurer and warrior. I survived, and that made me what you see before you.
Alright, so she's definitely up to no good.
They don't deserve the breath I waste on them. There are powerful warriors in their ranks, but as a group they share no collective spine. They have no reason to fight.
Don't you love it when an evil villain is just super eager to explain their plans? Alright. So she kind of knows I'm there, but let me see if I can sneak up behind her and just take the daggers. I just want to just take the daggers. And she doesn't have them on her, of course. Blech. Alright, well, she said that she only does that at night. And I don't remember how to wait. Check the in-game manual, of course. No. That would not make for an exciting stream. It's part of the quest? Oh, you are supposed to kill her as part of the quest, yeah. It seems odd she didn't mention that. Hey, I need you to do something for me. Just take these daggers. Oh, how are you supposed to take the daggers? Well, I'm gonna need you to murder her, if that's okay. Hope you don't mind. Oh, did I leave that part out? Shoot. Oh, shoot, I'm so sorry. That's super awkward. My bad. Alright, so while I'm waiting for it to be night, let's go do this quest. Go find the initiates in the She forest out there. Since that's somewhere I've already been, shouldn't take too long, shouldn't be too difficult, should be able to knock it out pretty quickly. And again, the guy didn't exactly say what they stole. I mean, he's a sage crafter. Maybe they just took one of his gems. But either, it seems like a given in this game that either he's up to no good, or his apprentices are super duper up to no good. Just a question of which one. Alright, so let's start with this one. He looks nice and easy to get to. All she said was take the daggers. Could have been clearer about that. That's all I'm saying. Wouldn't have killed her. Wouldn't have killed her. Not an intentional pun. Ooh, he's dead. Let's check out his journal, see what he's been up to. And why he's dead. Sodding fools. Bertrand thought he could just watch Cassera die and still think he was innocent. That he could go back. I tried to tell him, and he just wouldn't listen. I couldn't have him bring others after me. I had to kill him. Now I can just get out of this damn wood and find a place to lay low. Maybe Kenrock. Yep, apprentices super up to no good. What a surprise. Alright, so that one, it looks like there isn't anything really near, so I'm going to have to walk to that one. May as well do that next then. Hey, maybe I'll even find some more lore stones on the way. I always like finding more of those. And I seem to miss them so damn often. So now I'm actually keeping my eye out for them. Ooh. I keep an eye out for the lore stones and I completely miss the giant mob of enemies, including the Thresh, my arch nemesis. I got all my fire equipment on. And he's a Libre name, of course, so I can't be that bad. Whew. Oh, it was right here, too? Oh, right here's where I needed to go as well. And another corpse. Big surprise. Cassera. Let's see what her deal is. Oh, so Dravikar, you were saying the other day, Al was asking you about what your favorite of the faction quests are. You said the mage was your favorite faction line, wasn't it? Because I am liking it so far. So if that's the case, good on you. I agree. Cassera's journal. The plan's laid out. Alarin and Bertrand are on board. All we have to do is wait until nightfall, and then we'll make off Quintus's gem. Should be a simple matter of waiting for the gnome to go to sleep, dispelling the chest, and then getting the gem. Then it's off to the west. Fence the gem, split the gold, and we'll live like kings. Alright, so not up to any terrible, evil releasing type things, but actually it makes it kind of stupider that way, doesn't it? Just gonna steal a powerful sage crafting gem and just fence it. It's kind of weak sauce, now that I'm thinking about it. It's disappointing. It's uncreative. That's the word I'm looking for. It is uncreative. And another corpse. How are they all dead? What did these idiots do? Cassera died killed by brownies. Alarin was sad at first, fancied her, I think. Then he said that it was her fault that we got caught. Said that she hadn't researched the ward enough. Alarin and I had never seen a spell like it, and when it went off in our faces, the whole chapter house knew it was happening. We fled to the She, but as we left, Alarin said it was Cassera's fault that we were stuck in the wilds with nothing to our name. Then he started calling me dead weight, said he'd fix me if I couldn't keep up. Oh, jeez. So it looks like some of them died to infighting, and then some of them died to not being smart enough to survive in the She. Really? If you get killed by brownies? Seriously? They're like the level 1 slimes of Alamar. Have some dignity, jeez. Oh, I was killed by brownies. How NPC can you be? For serious.
You've returned. Have you found them?
I think I know what happened.
Then you must tell me, please.
Ooh. He wants a detailed description.
Very well. But I'm eager to learn what happened that night.
Why do I not just give him the journals?
Until next time.
I'm not a private eye here. This isn't the thing I need to do. Alright, let's pick through it real quick. Start with Alorans again. So Aloran killed Bertrand. Cassera was killed by brownies. And Cassera, it was her plan. So let's see if that's enough.
Please, tell me what transpired between them. And you must tell me, please.
Alright, Cassera organized the theft.
Yes, I suspected as much. Cassera has a strong will and thinks with much agility. I'm not surprised to learn this is her doing. Very well. What happened next?
See, Aloran killed Bertrand.
Regrettable. It truly is. He was neither as strong as Aloran nor as smart as Cassera. I see how they might have turned on him. And so? What of the third?
Beasts. Not very interesting.
Yes. Aloran often trusted too much in his own skill, and did not properly understand his environment. The She would have made quick work of him. Those fools. All this bloodshed over a gem. And now, I cannot even bring myself to look at it. Better, I think, that you keep it. In addition, I will discount my services to you, should you ever be in need of them. Thank you again.
Sweet. I don't mind that one bit.
Bye.
While I'm here, may as well combine some gems. Alright, good deal. And what's up next? I don't care about any of these. I'm actually just going to minimize that. Don't care. Alright, so unless I can do this one right now, I think it is finally going to be time to leave the city. Oh, first I still need to get that disease from quite some time ago fixed. Alright, no, she's not out and about yet. I'll have to come back later. So for now, let's go to where I know there is an actual healer. Get rid of this disease for me, take care of it. Alright, and I know that there is one in Gorehart. So let's just stop in there real quick while I'm in the area. Oh, it is in there. I keep forgetting a whole bunch of people share a building in Gorehart. Yeah, you mentioned before, Al, that I can wait, but I didn't exactly...
Don't trust the
I was looking for it in the options menu. Do you know how I can wait? Because I didn't see a button for it. Like I know in Fallout, you go into the menu and there's a button right there to wait it out. So if that's the case, yeah, I'll do that quest right now, but I just didn't see how to pull it off. Cure diseases. Big cost before, not so bad now. And I got an achievement called Big Spender. Cool.
Be safe.
region.
And a little bit of disease immunity as well. That's nice. All right. So let's head back here. See if I can figure out how to wait, I guess. Because I've looked for it before in here and I haven't seen it anywhere. It's probably not in options. Yeah, I'm not sure. If I can wait, yeah, that'd be nice. I feel like I've looked just about everywhere in the options, so I'm not sure what I'm not seeing. Ooh, I didn't see I finished one of these. A couple of them. Plus 10% poison damage versus Fey, that's nice. Plus 2% to critical hit, I'll take that anytime. And I'm sure I'm close on some of these too. Oh, plus 3% damage with melee, that'd be really nice. I suspect if I get... Oh, you were just able to wait for quests. Maybe there's a quick key for it and like in Fallout. T? No. You know what? Let me look it up real quick. Why not? See if I can find it. There's a couple times where that would have been handy, but this is really the first quest where it'd come in handy to actually just burn some time. Um, no, it looks like the only way to advance time is by sleeping in a bed, and that has to be a bed that I've owned, or that I do own, or am renting at an inn. Ooh, there might be an inn with a bed I can stay at around here. That would actually take care of the problem. Let's see, was there an inn around here somewhere? Oh, there might be a bed at Asker's Alley? No, probably not. I know they mentioned that, I don't know, right while I'm here, I know the tour guide mentioned there was an inn, I think.
Yes? How may I assist you, Your Grace?
Ooh, what you cooking up, Drev? Al was just asking if you knew of any way that I could make time pass like you could in Fallout. Because I got this quest I'm supposed to be doing at night. And, well, it's not night. And that's a problem. Alright. The Understyle.
Once, the understyle was all around you,
No, he
spreading
doesn't
from the
actually say
garden's
much about
gates
the
to the
Understyle.
great trunks of the trellis. But that was before... Goodbye, Your Grace.
That's not very helpful. Let's see. I thought there was an inn somewhere. Or I thought somebody mentioned there being one somewhere. I could be wrong.
Greetings, neophyte.
Certainly would not be the first time. Let's see. I guess I'll check out some of these locations. See if I can find a bed to kill some time. It's the Hall of Appointments. Probably not going to be a bed in there.
If you seek the court, ascend the trellis.
Make that sound so dramatic. Ascend the trellis. It's just some stairs. Just walk up the stairs is what you're trying to say. Don't make it all fancy.
is
Let's check around up here. Can sleep in an inn till nighttime. Alright. So now, I just gotta figure out where the hell there is an inn in here. Gotta be one somewhere, right? Maybe. Not if I haven't mentioned it recently, Drav, I appreciate the help you give here, man. It is really useful.
Welcome to the alley. Need some chatter? I've got plenty to go around, pretty.
Oh, there's just a specific quest. Alright. Well,
Sure, we've got a place to sleep on the floor over there, but it'll cost you.
on the floor, cheap. 430 gold to sleep on the floor.
Sounds good. I'll set it up.
Crazy town.
Bye now.
Alright, so where's the bedroll? Right here. Yep. Bedtime. So what time is it is the question. Where do I find out what time it is? Oh, right there, 7:36 p.m. Alright, so we got that. It just says at night, so I guess I'll sleep till midnight, I suppose. Seven 30, 8:30, 9:30, 10:30, 11:30, 12:30. Sure, that should be night. Hopefully night enough. Yep, there she is walking around. So now just to find somewhere quiet to do it, I suppose.
Must stay together.
Because this is not a good place for an assassination. Is it? Oh shoot, it is. Nice. Let's take her out. Oops, that didn't work. Of course now she's aware of me. That's what you get when you swing your giant flaming sword. Oh, Mr. Stealthy right here. Alright. Now we're getting somewhere. F to pickpocket. Alright, come on. Quiet now. She keeps noticing when I get close. Alright, let's try and make this fast then. Oh, she doesn't have a dagger. Alright.
What do you want? Do you have business with the Varani in the Gardens of Issa? If so, then you must speak with me, Kiana Brenner.
They want to stop you?
You must mean Keen and her cohorts in the embassy. Lapdogs, all of them. They don't appreciate the situation. They don't understand sacrifice. This plot interests you. Listen, Ambassador Keen tries to stop me, but she can only do so while she lives and breathes. You can help me put an end to that.
No thanks.
Fine, but you are playing this game for the weaker side. If Keen wants to stop us, she will send someone, and when they come, I will be ready.
Yeah, see him trying. I was hoping I could talk her out of the plan. See, look at this. This is the real question. What kind of assassin am I right here? Do I have to wait until she walks into the Gardens of Memory? Maybe. Because just slashing at her doesn't seem to be doing what I hoped it would be doing.
Hello.
Forgot to press H to activate aggressive mode. Oh! I've never had to do that before. That's probably why. Oh, well, she notices me now. H to activate aggressive mode. Thank you for letting me know. I never would have thought about that. No, I've never had to activate aggressive mode in the game yet. So that'd be a first. Alright, well. That would explain. You know, it is good that they have a system. It is good they have a system to keep you from accidentally killing innocent people. I do appreciate that much. Because I never killed a citizen before. See, I'm not all bad. Haven't been going around killing innocent people all that often. Alright. Yeah, he sees me. That's not good. Alright, I think I'm out of his range. So... Alright, yeah, there we go. Let's see if I can stealth kill her. Nope. Alright, she's dead. Leave aggressive mode. Sweet. And there's the engraved Verani daggers. I'm curious if I can actually read the daggers or if they're just encoded. Let's take a look. Oh, so it doesn't really say anything. And lucky for me, they're crappy daggers, so I don't mind giving them up either. May not have murdered a citizen before, but now I totally have. Oh, how times change. Salvage the daggers? Yeah, that was one of the suggestions they gave. I just gotta remember. Alright, right up there, right where the quest marker is. Handy enough. That's where we'll find Smith. No, she mentioned that I could junk them too, and they're just white, so... Just white tier items, so I don't think it would be that big of a deal if I just junked them. But, yeah, may as well see if I can get anything out of them. And the Feyblades. I don't think I can salvage blue still. I think I still need another point to do that. Salvage. Oh, I do have some stuff. Alright. So let me just do my usual check to make sure none of my weapons or armor are better than what I have already. And then, yeah, I will do just that. Salvage a whole bunch more stuff. Nope. Ooh. That's a little bit better armor-wise, but I like the effects of the potent chassis, so I'll keep that. Yeah, salvage the crap out of some stuff. WTF, salvage all that. I'm getting there, I'm getting there. I did say that was the plan, just wanted to make sure none of it was better than what I had. No harm in that. Alright. What's kind of frustrating, Al? Alright. And now on to turn in the quest. And now, in addition to all my other titles, I can officially add Murderer. Moving right up in the world.
Welcome.
Yeah, I can make my own armor. That's why I'm salvaging stuff.
Again. I don't know you. I don't like you. And I hope I never see you again. Take this gold and these supplies. Such items are hard to come by in wartime. This is where we part.
Man, could you sound any more suspicious? Making me feel terribly dirty here. All right. Alright, so let me remind myself of where this is. Oh, let me get up. I'll check the world map. Oh, no, that's way out there. Alright, so let's see where these are, because I suspect I'm going to have to pick an area to head to next now. Ooh, that one's all the way down in the Hollow Lands. And the other one is up there in the Forsaken Plains. I think I'm going to do that one first. Yeah, so why don't I save and start moving in that direction. It's frustrating when you just leave stuff you could still sell on your character and don't salvage stuff you should. Well, I'm sorry it's frustrating, but I'm playing this the way I want to play, and I know it's not necessarily optimum play, and I never claimed to be a pro or speedrunner or anything like that, but I'm enjoying the game, and I'm trying to be an entertaining host here. And I'm hoping that's enough. I've definitely seen streams before where people don't play optimally, and I know that can be frustrating sometimes, but you know, especially when people are trying to play blind, it's just a thing that happens. I appreciate the advice when you give it, I do, but you know, I just gotta take my own path sometimes. That's where the fun in video games is, you know? The discovery, the making the mistakes. Hey, some of my favorite moments in these games have come from me making terrible, terrible, stupid mistakes. Dang it. Anciently energy. It sounds good, it's just a gradient. Alright. Cool, so there should be a new area right up here. Wow. Ooh, got that mountain in the background. Got the god rays coming down through the trees. This is a nice little area. I think what L means you can't see any sense in keeping items you never use. No, it's true, it's just a pack rat thing, and I definitely know being a pack rat can irritate some. And I apologize if that's the deal, but I am a very neurotic person, as you probably noticed. I do a lot of stuff just because I've got weird brains, and that's what I enjoy doing. And I know, part of me, that the logic isn't really all that sound, but I enjoy
They
it.
were the harbingers of the fall, these children of dust. And they lit the forest with their fires, and then split it with their blades. We crept back, shapeless in the darkness, silent in the trees. The shadows are few in this age of mortals. The light beckons.
Interesting. Haven't actually seen anybody or any enemies. This has been a pretty empty area so far, which I don't mind. It's been very lovely. But I am curious what I'm going to find. Alright, little camp here. I see somebody up ahead now that I've said that.
Hail, Wanderer. Would you spare a moment? I have a favor to ask you.
Fun is the most important thing. I completely agree with you, Drav. I think I'm done with all the quests in the old areas. Aside from a couple of the, what is that, the task quality quests, and I've decided I don't even care about those quests. But everything besides then, yeah, I think I've actually finished everything. And you're totally right. Fun is the most important thing. I have known some people that are worse at video games than you can even imagine. Just terrible. Just terrible, and they still really enjoy playing some of these games that they're miserable at. And that's, that says a lot about how video games can work. If you can enjoy a game that you just cannot accomplish anything in, that's great. That's a great medium you have right there. You never bothered with the task quests? Yeah, they reminded me a lot of those stupid Radiant quests from the Elder Scrolls games. I mean, yeah, it's basically the same thing as the Radiant quests, I think. Just, go here, get these items, bring them back. No storyline, no interesting plots, no cool dungeons, no. Last time I was in the quest menu, I just minimized that area. I don't care about the task. They're so minor. Nah, I'm good. But everything else, no, I think I did. Now let me insult this guy. Sorry, I was in the middle of insulting this guy. Are you some kind of beggar?
In appearances, perhaps. I'm just an alpha that needs your help. I have a few belongings to sell, and unfortunately, I've done little to endear myself to Aiton's folk. Will you sell them in my stead? The arrangement is simple. I give you an item, and you sell it. I take a cut, you keep the profit. And will repeat until I have nothing to sell. Understand?
What? No, you're asking me to fence things. Ugh. Al, you did the tasks for the gold? Yeah, I've done a couple of the tasks. I'm not going to say that I've been avoiding them, but, the side quests I've been trying to just check off all down the list, whereas the actual tasks, I don't feel like I want to go out of my way to accomplish them just because they haven't been that interesting. And especially gold-wise, I'm doing pretty good on gold right now, so I'm not too concerned. So this guy is very, very clearly asking me to be a fence. Let's get that out of the way right now. But sure, let me be an unwitting fence.
I thought you had the look of a trader about you. I have several items for you to sell. If you prefer, you could just buy them all now from me and sell them later.
I'll buy them all now, because, gee, I have no idea what you're doing.
I did not think that I would be as lucky as that. These are my personal effects. You should be able to sell them around town for more than what I charged you. Thank you for your coin, stranger. I will use it to buy passage to Melsenshire, to the war front. Now, I must go.
I can sell his stuff without getting in trouble. I'm kind of curious, Oh, just quest complete right there. Oh, he's so full of shit, though. No, he has got to be so full of shit. That seems so screamingly obvious. I could be wrong. I've been wrong before in this game. Actually, I've been wrong repeatedly in this game. But that seems like it's the direct... He seems shady, right? You discover a guy in his skivvy saying, hey, can you sell all of my clothes so I can go do something super noble? Like, how is that not shifty? Really? I ask you. And I discovered Aiton. Awesome. Fine as your chakrams. Those sound nice. Alright. Oh. Hey, guy doing sit-ups. What's up? Finwick Ivor. That's a nice name.
Stranger to Aiton, I'm the law in this town. Keep the peace and you are welcome to stay. If not, then you had best leave.
Well, hello
if
to you too.
Trade, visit Banron, our smithy, and Askell deals in alchemy. And there's a general dealer staying at the inn.
I have some items for sale.
I'll take a look at what you've got. They're certainly weathered, but there's something about these daggers. I'll part with a few coins for them. Here you are.
Alright.
Keep the
Actually
peace.
not too bad of a profit. Was he? Oh no, I thought he was the quest giver. But no, there's a job board right here. I like how your sword guards are clipping through the armor. I know. I keep trying not to notice it, but oh god, I notice it all the time. I'm staring at my character's back all the time. It's all I can do is notice the clipping. It drives me insane. It's like those games where you're playing a woman with long hair and they haven't modeled it right, so the hair is constantly clipping through their shoulders. Oh, it drives me insane. Alright, let's see what's on the job board. Bandits have been plaguing the wolds since the war crippled Aiden. Finwick Ivor will pay a bounty for any bandit armbands turned into him. Sure, why not? Though bandits have always harried the roads outside of Aiden, their attacks grow fiercer daily and their leader, Castor, grows bolder. Finwick Ivor will pay to see him put down. Sure, why not? I mean, I do appreciate how difficult it is to get all of the clipping issues straight with all the possible armor combinations and all the different body types you can do and all the different weapons you can be carrying, etc., etc. But that doesn't mean that it's not going to drive me out of my mind every time I notice it.
Welcome to the city.
It's good to know it's not
Welcome
just
to
me
the
looking
clanging
at it, though.
hammer.
That
Not
is
too many new
comforting.
faces in Aten these days. My forge is open.
I have some items for sale.
This is Rattifers, isn't it? I recognize the work. My father did it. They're pretty tarnished, and I don't really have the time to work them now. But I'll take them off your hands. Here you go.
That's interesting. Not much in the
Forge
way
is
of
yours
gold.
whenever you need.
Is it possible he wasn't being weird and shifty? I'm almost gonna feel bad if that was the case. Gave the guy a totally bad rap.
For a minute I thought the damn Freeman had fancied to rob me. Welcome. I offer some alchemical items if you are interested.
I have some items for sale.
I am an alchemist, not a dealer in petty baubles and refuse. Wait a minute. That kerchief. It's woven of Canarok gossamer. Perfect for a solvent cloth. I spoke too soon. Here is coin for the object. I shall buy it at once.
No, he just wanted to sell his weapons? Well, I'll be damned. The half-naked guy that wanted me to sell his stuff was completely legit. I was extremely wrong about that. Well, I was thinking before, why isn't there an option for me to call him a fence? Oh, that's why, because he's totally not. Alright, that makes more sense then.
Welcome to
Still, you gotta admit, it's a weird situation. Alright, what's going on here? Singing no?
Strangers strange come to Aten. Few come by these roads nowadays. A hard gaze falls on Aten. Many are the burdens and few are the reliefs. Someone must go to Aten Circle. Someone must call the Erethel.
Most of the people in the plains are poor? Alright. Well, that's sad then. I'm sorry I accused him of it. I feel bad now.
I see you have a ring. Tarnished green and old as Nell has grown. Bought it off old Ratty, did you? The poor drunk dear. I have the coin you seek. From a dowry never taken. For a bride never wed.
Aten Circle? What's that?
A circle of the windstones nearby. When the voices from its stones sing a certain melody, the Erethel will come and end our tribulations. Each stone is a voice in the song. When all have sung in their part, the Erethel will appear. But if not, dark things for these dark times will show instead.
Of course.
Stones. I am unworthy. I do not think they will sing to me. You must go. It must be you. Make the stones sing their song.
Took him at face value when you did the quest. I have to look this one up. Alright. I will check into it later. I'll see what I can do.
You will? Aten Circle is to the south of town. Each stone
Press the
carries
stones in a
note of
specific
the song.
order. Oh,
In
what are
the right order,
those?
They form the song as it was to be sung. But they will not suffer a cacophony. If the songs you play will not call the Erethel, it will call darker things for these dark times.
Alright, I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna try it on my own. I don't really have a good ear for music, but I want to give it a shot, at least. 'Cause why not, you know? I've done really bad at musical puzzles in other games before, but I was able to get all the way through the musical puzzles in The Witness without looking that up. I was really proud of that one, because those were tricky. A Niskaru? Oh, jeez. Well, I might be farming Niskaru then. How does the song go?
Everyone knows the song. It starts on the highest note and descends down the scale. Wait a moment. Perhaps it was start at the lowest note and descend up. Well, something like that anyway.
Alright, so all I have to do is play the notes in order, either backwards or forwards, she isn't sure. That's a lot easier than having to try and remember a melody or something at least, so I'm glad about that.
Hoping to hear a song for coin from Old Nell. I haven't sung for years, stranger, not since the war started. Ratifer. After a decade, he begs me payment for the ring, and so his promise is finally broken. Very well. I should be lucky to die unmarried rather than a widow. Flutter away.
Very strange. Oh, that must be the money they wanted for the ring that she was talking about. That's silly. Alright, let's pick this lock. Very easy, my ass. Alright. Alright, sold all those items. So that's good then. Looks like I checked in with everybody here. But Eaton Circle, it looks like it's still a long way off. So where do I want to check around here? Oh, the invoices are a different quest. Well, I'll check it out. The stones are named from smallest to biggest. I guess they're used to people like me that have absolutely no sense of musical talent. Alright. Invoice for 12 rat tails. Interesting. Alright. Well, I guess for now, let me head down the road and grab all these hidden chests. I see a big group of them. Directionally challenged. Yeah, it's... Some of these puzzles, they're just not for everybody. You know, I have a lot of respect for people that can pull them off, but I am not one of them. It's nicer in, like, collaborative games. Games where it's, you know, like co-op or multiplayer, and you can just find somebody and say, hey, your ears work well, why don't you, why don't you solve this puzzle for me? Oops, hello. Oh, Freeman. That's what they were talking about before, about the Freeman looting me. Assassins. They seem like awfully high-priced assassins for a poor place of the world like this. That's a little odd. Like, what are they even getting paid for here? What is there that they're making money from? Alright, Eaton Circle. Oh, the Eaton Circle isn't that far. Maybe I will go do that next then. Yeah, let's go do that now. Talking about this quest so much, let's give it a shot. Go try this quest. See what it's made of. Oh, here's the rocks. Alright, let's save in case this goes really, really, really badly. They just steal to steal, no motivation needed. I just meant they look like they have really nice fancy armor and weapons, and how are they doing that if they're stealing from poor farmers? Right? How do they do the upkeep? Am I overthinking this? Yes, I am. Alright, use the wind stones. Hello? Oh, bear. For a second, I thought I'd already screwed this up and there was an Niskaru sneaking up on me. I'm glad that wasn't it. Alright, there is a hidden chest over here, and that's going to distract me because I'm going to want it. So let me go grab that real quick. Lockpicking a minor healing potion. Good, good. Alright. What do we got here? Highest stone? Middle stone? High stone? Lowest stone? Huh. They're the bandit upgrade from the Red Legion. The guys that leveled up, I can respect that. Alright, so she wasn't sure if it was from highest to lowest or lowest to highest. So, since the first zone I saw was the highest stone, let's try highest to lowest first. Or no, we want something good to appear. So let's play something uplifting. Uplifting songs end on a high note. Yeah, that's logic right there. Using my noodle. I got this. Alright, where's the high stone? Alright, so I did it, but I don't see any magical person fixing everything. The Circle of Windstones hums with energy. Do you wish to accept the blessing of Aerithel? Sure! Oh. Temporary bonus. Lowest to highest? Yeah, that was my guess, Drav. Don't spoil it, though. Would have been hilarious if I picked the wrong one and got murdered. Would it have not? Would not watching me get horribly murdered by Niskaru be hilarious? You know it would be. You know it would be. Yeah, there you go. I was worried that all I'd have to do is keep playing it by ear, just listening to the tones and doing like that. That would have been a nightmare, and we'd be here till tomorrow, I guarantee you. Alright. Oh.
You have played the song, and the Aerithel did not come. I had thought that something might change, but no. The blessings of the heavens will never come, just as the lost of Aten can never be recovered. Thank you, stranger, for showing me this.
Oh no, that's depressing. That's depressing. I didn't want to show her that. I got a blessing buff out of it. That's something, right?
Though our wheat grows strong, the citizens do not. We sowed a crop that was untimely reaped. We need intervention, lest we end up like Talarain, a monument to nothing, with kobolds and raiders squabbling over our bones.
That sounds like a fun little quest area. I'll have to check that out later. Alright, take care of yourself, Dravikar. Thanks for stopping by again. I appreciate you stopping by and chatting. Alright, and actually, I just noticed the time, and it is about time for me to be wrapping it up as well. It's the usual stream end time. So let's do that. So once again, thank you everybody for stopping by. Hope you... Oh! Okay, so I don't know what you guys just saw, but my game just crashed right after I saved. I hope it actually saved it there, but... Yeah, here I am talking about wrapping up the stream, and the game's like, alright, cool. I'm gonna crash on you, so good timing. Oh, that is a way to do it. Alright, well, let's wrap it up then. Wonderful timing. Thank you, Kingdoms of Amalur. Alright. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for stopping by the stream that miraculously held out till right when it didn't. I will see you folks tomorrow, same time, gonna be doing another stream, probably doing more Kingdoms of Amalur, assuming it's still working by then. At this point, who knows? But, yeah, if you wanna see when I go live, follow me here on Twitch, follow me on Twitter. I'll post there right before I go live. Check out my old episodes on YouTube. Check out this episode on YouTube after it goes up in a little while. Otherwise, thanks again for stopping by, folks. Stop by again tomorrow night. We'll have some more fun. We'll laugh at some more crashes. And until then, have a good evening, everybody.